Okay, guys, so I just had the other possible circumstance, right? I had talked to someone, the other person I talked to. So this is February 10th. This is the follow-up video. This is my update of it. So I'm going to release a video over the next few days. I'm going to put the whole thing down on like the Patreon or whatever. But if you want to see it in snippets, it's basically how to detect a lie. I'm just going to talk about, it's called My Experience at Superstars so far. Part six of the hero's journey, right? That's the title of it. So if you want to do that, it's like a multiple part video. I just filmed it. Go check that out. I'll put part one up in the link somewhere. So basically what happened is there was a whole bunch of drama, and I don't want to get into it, but I was able to talk to the first person about it, and she said she didn't report me. Now, I have the text saying that, so obviously if she said that she didn't report me and she did, she's lying, and then we have the text there. But if she didn't, no drama, no harm, no foul, right? So working through that investigation, now because I've essentially been able to detect a lie, I'm starting to realize like it's actually truly not possible for there to be five people. I didn't talk to enough people, and my intuition tells me that Brussels sprout was just lying. And like she was gaslighting, right? Like it's just that's what my intuition tells me. Because at this point, there's literally I have not had enough interactions with people, and we've talked with enough people that have said they haven't reported me. So now it's like if they say there's five people and I've talked to seven people and four of those people said they didn't, that means there's only three people that it could have been, which means five is impossible. So we know the assistant and we know Oklahoma. That's it. We know those are the two people. And guys, this is what happens when you're hyper present. If you're able to be present with people and you talk with them and you listen, you're able to pick up lies. You're also able to get down and do strong investigative work and be able to really come through and understand who you're talking to and what's going on here. So this one person had said that, and she said like she'd wanted expressed to get out of comfortable. I don't really know fully what she's talking about. We might make a podcast about that. I'll put the text. Obviously, like I'll just call her the redhead, but she might not have red hair. Remember, these names are there to protect people, right? But the idea is we're just going to like if she wants to, we'll have a dialogue. If not, I'm just gonna leave it because she said some things that didn't really make any sense, and I was like, okay, we can go into the weeds and talk about it. But I told her that we need to play the game if we're going to do that because I'm recording especially just with women, dude. You got to record everything, guys, because a lot of these hoes out here there's hoes out here trying to ruin a man, right? But not that I'm calling the redhead a hoe. Anyway, so that's just it, right? You guys got to be mindful of this, right? But anyway, so this is what happened. I've been talked to more by security than it seems like we have people complaining about me, right? But Brussels sprout insists that it was 5 different incidences, which literally is not possible now because I haven't spoken to that many women, right? So it's like, it's literally impossible now. So there was a lie there. Like, and I know that. It's like I literally have paid attention to every single woman I've talked to since I got into Colorado Springs. I could tell you every single interaction. I can tell you what I said. And like it's impossible. So unless people over at the airport or whatever felt uncomfortable with me saying hi to them, who I spoke to, chances are Brussels sprouts lying about 5 witnesses, right? So there definitely wasn't 5 witnesses. And if we went and we asked her who they were, she wouldn't be able to name them. And if we did, and she started naming them, we could pull them out one by one and she would lose her case. So that's how, guys, if you were asking like now I'm not going to sue Superstars, but if I was, that's how I would do it. Is then I'd have her report the people that she says the 5 people, and I'd have them tell who, and then I'd have them give written testimony. Now I have testimony from at least 4 people that I talked to that said it wasn't that they didn't do that. So it would be perjury in court, right? Or there would be drama, or there'd be something. They wouldn't have a sexual harassment case against me, but I would have a harassment and prejudice case against them. So if you're understanding how this litigation works, it'd be stuff like that. That's part of the reason I record. So that if I do get into this incident again, I'm covered. And like, this is where it's like, Oklahoma, you don't understand. You were this close to getting Superstars sued. And they would have probably lost that case. Because of what you did and because you didn't know who you were dealing with. So when you went and you did that and you said that and I recorded it, we could take it to court And then there would be eyewitnesses and all this stuff, and chances are you would lose that argument. And you would just look like someone who was slandering, and I would just sue you for slander. And you would probably lose. That's what I'm trying to say, Oklahoma. Is that like, if you don't know who you're talking to, don't talk shit about them. If you don't know who you're talking to, do not shit. Do not go out of your way to make enemies with people you do not know who you're talking to. Because that's what I'm saying. Right? Is that like, if I wanted to, I built a case. If I could build a civil case about your slandering me and how it created harassment and it legitimately made, and you would lose that case. Right? And I know my lawyer would beat your lawyer. So it's just like, you would lose. So your family, everything, I could sue you guys. And I straight up could do that. Because I know who you are, Oklahoma. I could walk up to you and say, hey, I'm thinking about suing you for slander. And I have a case about how that's happened. And I actually might do that. So guys, I might put this out. And then I might have Oklahoma. We might do a podcast, have her air out her grievances, and we might take care of that or whatever. But it's recognizing, like, if someone is slandering me, I'm going to take them out. This is how you build a case. This is how you live above reproach, guys. You have to be present. And you have to make sure you live by simple rules and understanding people's boundaries, right? And some people might feel uncomfortable. Once again, that's not your responsibility until they communicate that. If it has not been communicated, it is not your responsibility because they have not given you over, because it is theirs. Until they've asked to share that responsibility with you, you have no reason to do that. And if you have to do that for them before it's a child, only children need someone to take responsibility for their feelings without being able to communicate that. But Oklahoma's a grown woman and I'm a grown man. That's why Brussels Sprout's like, you're a grown man. You know when you're flirting, right? So then why am I taking responsibility for a grown woman's feelings? Why am I taking responsibility for that? Be sensitive. I was, and I asked her if she felt uncomfortable. She said no. She felt she was fine. That's a lie. So I don't know I was sensitive enough. There's nothing I can do about that, Brussels Sprout. There's nothing I can do about that because I asked, Oklahoma lied, and now we're having all this drama. And then I'm not going to talk about Brussels Sprout anymore. Brussels Sprout is a total NPC, and I don't respect them, so I'm trying not to talk about them. I need to work on the forgiveness for that. And remember, it's not even upset about you know what it is? I really dislike it when people say they have my back when I know as a matter of fact they don't. I hate people. Yeah, and I'll say that. I hate it, right? And it's something I need to work on. I'm going to straight up admit it right now. I hate it when people say they love me, but then they try to hurt me. I hate that. There's nothing I hate more than that. It's people who say and pretend to be my friend. In reality, they're trying to hurt me. And I felt like that's what Brussels Sprout was doing. So I'm not angry at her in terms of her doing her job, but I just don't respect the inability to think freely and the inability to ask questions and just the inauthenticity. I just feel like Brussels Sprout, I just don't respect deep incompetence. And I feel like Brussels Sprout is emblematic of that. I just feel like she is deeply incompetent. And I don't like it. I don't like incompetent people in positions of power. I think everybody feels that way. And that's how I feel about Brussels Sprout. I just feel like Brussels Sprout has far too much power for the level of responsibility and capacity she holds. She's just too incompetent. And like I'm not saying Kevin fire her, but I'm saying train her up or help her do better because I just feel like she's deeply incompetent and just made everything worse. But I'm not suing you guys. So I'm putting that out there right now. I mean, if things go crazy and people want to escalate it, like I'll escalate it. Like I'll go there. I have no problem going there. I have no problem. If people want to fight me, I will fight you all day. So there's a part of me that's thinking of confronting Oklahoma, but how I'm going to do this is I'm going to talk to Joe Dominguez, and then after talking to Joe Dominguez, I'm going to get his assistant who spoke to Oklahoma, and then I'm going to try and resolve it that way. Because Oklahoma created a bunch of drama, and like if I wanted to, I built literally, and this is what's so cool, guys. This is all content, and I'm going to use it to share with you guys. But if I wanted to, this is all an example of how I would build a slander case against Oklahoma, and she would lose that case. And she doesn't know that yet, but she would lose that case, right? And like if I wanted to, I could sue her for slander. Now, I hope it won't go to that point. I'll be honest, I don't really want to do that, and I just think Oklahoma sucks. But I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And at the very least, I'm going to talk to the assistant and to Joe Dominguez. So that's investigation update 1.